Filming this around the back of my shed at work, where we keep the wood. This is the old chopping block where the magic happens. one of the places where I do my thing sometimes. I've had a question about reverse knife hand, i.e. striking with this part of the hand, so tucking the thumb in and striking that way. I think I've done a video about this before, but ages ago anyway. Is another one. But what do I think of it, etc.? Do I condition it? Do I train it much? The answer is no, I don't really. So these days, even doing a fist strike now, I'm frit of it, as we say, it's slang, afraid of it, as it were. Anything with moving joints and stuff. This thing here, I've said before, if there was like some, I'm not a religious person per se, but there was some creator who put us together, I couldn't imagine a more better example for that, or proof for that, than this thing here. I mean, it's just, you can take, it's perfect for striking, and it develops, it gets thicker, etc. And if you do damage it, as long as you don't go overboard, I mean, it's slightly sore for a couple of days or something, but that's kind of it. I mean, big deal, and then you can soon go back to training. Whereas, you know, if you screw up training with knuckles or something, you got a problem, you can cause yourself some real damage. I mean, I might have these little like, calluses on it, but you know, big deal. You get calluses on the back of your heels, that's the thing as well. I mean, it's just rough skin. I always say this, but people, oh, that means you're definitely gonna have arthritis by the time you're 50 and all this sort of thing. Well, I'm nearly 47, you know, so far so good. Anyway, gone off the ball there. I was talking about reverse knife hand strike. So because it's got this joint, basically the thumb in there, the only one I can see, I'm not filming myself, so it's kind of, I don't, when people say strike like that, because it twists all the shoulder up and stuff, and it feels really unnatural. So it's easier to come in like that for a sort of, you're coming from the side, a straight strike. But I've never really seen it done, particularly if breaking like something sizable. It's always like one of those silly like plywood type breaks, until I saw one the other day, this Chinese iron fist master who was really like whacking metal, and this sort of thing here was quite blown out. So it's obviously targeted, because you want this sticking out over your thumb joint, because the last thing you want to be doing is hitting that. Joints are just bad news. That's, you know, I don't particularly do elbows or knees or whatever. I mean, do them to a bit, but yeah, I try and stay away from joints. So if I was doing it, you'd probably want to be, you know, kind of painstakingly develop this thing up if you were so minded. But I just can't be bothered, basically. I've sort of done a bit, and these days I stick mainly with this or palm heel strikes. Did one the other day, defending palm heel strikes after, well, I've done a video of that already. Somebody's like, oh, they suck. Yeah, good one, mate, yeah, really. So that or that, as I say, I don't even really go in much for like punching with breaking anymore. Play the guitar, but I do press up some knuckles and stuff. I keep conditioning him, I just don't push it per se like I do this thing here. But yeah, as reverse knife hand, so I've gone around the houses with this one a bit really, but with reverse knife hand, no, I don't really do it for reasons I've said. It's a joint and stuff. I think you'd have to really work at developing this cushiony bit here, and making it calloused and harder, and making it stick out over the joint. But it's a question of whether you want to put the time and the effort into doing that, and to me it's just you just do it like that. The only thing we're going to fall flat is if you do a side strike, because as I say, like that, it twists all, you can, if you try and do it, you can feel your shoulder all twisting up and stuff, and that the impact, if you do a hard strike, that's going to really tell in your shoulder. I've known a couple of proper karate guys that had to have major shoulder surgery purely because of the force going through and up their arm and into the shoulder, especially when they were younger and they weren't quite doing it quite right, doing big breaks as well. Anyway, that's my my humble opinion, aka the reverse knife hand strike. Charles.